God showed me a vision when I was like 7, 8 years old. You know, if I was to think back, I would think that God was so much into this until I could think it was probably October 16th, 1952. I was like 7 years old, and God lit up my room wall and showed me as a young boy, not as a teenager, not as an adult, but as a child, on a box, standing in a farm. I didn't know what the box was, I didn't know what the farm was, but I know that everyone in this area was happy. I always use the expression, they were yippee-ki-yay and they were so happy. The sun was shining bright, everybody's waving, and by the time it dawned on my little brain that they were waving and happy about something I did, because it took a minute for me to realize that I'm the only one out there. I went to wave my hand, and the, excuse me, the most ironic thing is now, as an old man, I sit back, excuse me, and I have an opportunity to reflect on these things. I've been right-handed all my life. But why did I raise my left hand to wave to the people? And just as I've raised it about where it is right now to wave, the sunshine, the good times turned to anger and venom. People started spitting, they started cussing, they started throwing things, they started booing. Not to mention that 15 years later, I'm on the victory stand, and I'm there with my fist raised with a glove on, to the same extent where I was with an open hand to wave. When you sit back and you think about that open hand, a lot of people get hung up on the fist and call it black power, while the media chose to call it black power. But before there's a fist, there's an open hand. And if you look at this open hand right now and think about it, look at every finger on this hand and look at it as someone's ethnicity. All the ethnicities throughout the world is on this hand. And one guy jumped down and said, man, if I can move a pebble to one side of the road, I can make a significant difference in society, better for all people. And he jumped down and he tried and do it. He can't do it. Another individual said, man, you know, you almost had it, man, but you didn't put your legs into it. You got to put your legs and your hip into it. And he jumped down and he tried to do it. Spend the day. Can't do it. And when he falls back in, then they collectively come together and say, man, you know, if we put our minds to it and start to think about how we can move that pebble, then we become a very powerful force because we are one now. Not only can we move the pebble, but now we can move a mountain. That was the essence of the ark in terms of two individuals that are the extremes of one another. You know, Tommy Smith's birthday is June 6, 1944. My birthday is June 5th, 1945. Mr. Norman's birthday is June 15th, 1943. But the arc that he gave to say, hey, here's two individuals that shared the same thought and accomplished a goal that was so deep that it resonated throughout the world. Not only did it resonate for that moment, 44 years later, we still talking about it. 44 years later, you sit back and you say, wow, let me reflect on how many times I saw that image on a t-shirt and a poster, on television, up in smoke, and a statue. Everywhere you look, it went back to what its original cause was. God brought it back to a statement about humanity.